At KBI Global Investors, we have a long-standing commitment to responsible investing, which dates back to the early 1990s. As you will hear shortly, for many of our strategies, we are now actively seeking out and selecting companies and themes that have a very strong, powerful, positive impact on society.
At KBI Global Investors, we are very much focused on natural resources and the end markets in particular of agribusiness, water and clean energy. And what we look for is solutions to alleviate shortages in each of those areas and in particular have a positive impact on society and the environment.
How could our planet support another 2 billion people by 2030? So these problems must be solved, and not to act isn't an option. So at KBI we have found and we invest in a range of companies that provide solutions to these problems, and we call those solutions providers.
One of the companies that provide a solution in that area is Kingspan. They make high performance insulation products. Essentially their products help consumers save energy and meet building standards around the world.
So Jane Irrigation, I think, is a great example of a company that spans our entire natural resource end markets of food, water and clean energy. And Jane provides farmers with high-tech drip irrigation solutions, and that enables farmers to increase supply dramatically of food, and at the same time uses dramatically less water than the traditional irrigation methods. And all of that can be powered using clean solar energy.
Well, at KBI we're always trying to look for something that's unique and something that's differentiated. So in terms of the revenue opportunity, our companies must pass very specific revenue screens. A large component of the revenues of the companies must come from the solution providing nature of what we're looking for. And then secondly, as investors, the companies must be attractive opportunities. So our analysts and our portfolio managers model each of these companies in turn to see and make sure that they're good investments as well as good solutions providers. And as a result of this revenue screen, we are seeking out what we would term to be primarily pure play companies. And these are companies that play particularly on the theme and is something that differentiates us a lot from our competitors.
The Sustainable Development Goals are a collection of goals and targets put together by the United Nations, agreed to in 2015. These are targets for the achievement of lower poverty, improved hunger, clean water and sanitation, clean energy, and there are 17 of these. And our companies are increasingly aligning with these goals to provide a positive impact of their business over the long term. So KBI has been investing in strategies that are aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals since 2000. These include water, clean energy, and agribusiness, but also touching upon sustainable cities and communities and infrastructure development. At KBI Global Investors, we are measuring the impact of our portfolios by measuring the alignment of the underlying business activities towards those Sustainable Development Goals.
Engagement involves working sometimes on a one-to-one basis with a company, or sometimes as a group of investors come together to work with a company, but either way it involves approaching the management of the company, persuading them to change their behaviour in some way to improve their performance when it comes to environmental, social or governance factors. As investors, we are part owners of the companies in which we invest. It's very important for us to make sure as investors that we fulfill our responsibilities to our clients to make sure that the companies in which we invest are performing properly when it comes to environmental, social and governance factors. It's a key part of the investment process in many ways.
At KBI Global Investors, we have a wide range of responsible investing products, so we're very fortunate to have that. We invest on behalf of some of the largest global investors in the world. Within the impact space, we offer differentiated and unique product that's been validated by global institutional consultants, which again is really important for the underlying investor to give those products credibility that they need to have before investing. In the case of the global institutional consultants, it's also important to note that actually some of those have seeded some of our responsible investing products. So again, a further validation from them on our product suite. I would compare it to a Michelin star for a restaurant. It's that significant, it's that important, and it absolutely separates you from the herd. We've seen a huge increase in interest in investing in responsible investing, whether that's defined as ESG, sustainable, or impact. And in particular, there's been an increase in interest in investing in impact through public equities, and that's been really new and something that's quite different.
But we've seen huge evolution over the years in terms of how the industry has evolved in a very, very exciting and dynamic way. And I think it has just become much more integrated into the mainstream industry at this point in time. I think we were early movers in that space. We're very comfortable with it. We've got a very strong understanding of it, a very strong commitment. And it is a very important part of our business going forward, and increasingly so.